2012 is Roland Emmerich's take on the eponymous apocalypse that clearly was the most accurate interpretation of the Mayan calendar. The vast majority of the science in the movie is complete and utter nonsense. Really, we're pretty sure the writers just picked sufficiently obscure scientific words at random when making up the plot. However, there is one scene that may first appear ridiculous, but is in fact scientifically correct. Is when the protagonists are at Yellowstone Park and it suddenly starts to erupt. Insane, right? There aren't any volcanoes in the middle of the American continent. You are correct. That's because underneath the Yellowstone National Park is a supervolcano. Let's backtrack a bit and do a quick look at how scientists measure natural disasters. Each disaster is scaled according to its power. The larger the number, the more powerful the disaster. Hurricanes range from categories 1 to 5, and tornadoes are scaled from 0 to 5. Volcanoes are ranked from the range on a scale from 0 to 8. The value of a given volcano is based on various factors concerning the size of its eruption. This is called the VEI, the Volcanic Explosivity Index. A supervolcano would be at the top of the scale with a VEI of 8. So for reference, the Mount St. Helens eruption in the 1980s had a VEI of 5. What's important is that the VEI is not scaled linearly, meaning that it is a supervolcano eruption is not 3 VEI-1 eruptions bigger than the Mount St. Helens eruption. A supervolcano eruption is 1,000 times the size of the Mount St. Helens eruption. So basically, it's a volcano capable of an apocalyptic event, which is why it's so appropriate to the movie. Supervolcanoes are born just like normal volcanoes. There are two different ways that they are formed. One is plate tectonics. The surface of our Earth is not an unbroken sphere. It is really covered in plates that move around each other. Volcanoes form at two different types of plate interactions. One is diverging plates. This creates a thin spot on the Earth's crust where magma bubbles up from the mantle to form new land. Sometimes the magma comes all the way up to the surface, resulting in a volcano. The other version is converging plates. This is when two plates ram into each other, causing a high-pressure zone that melts the crust at lower temperatures than normal, creating a volcano. The second type of creation zone is the hotspots. These are volcanic areas caused by mantle plumes, abnormally hot areas in the mantle, causing the crust above to melt and be thinner than usual. There is no particular ingredient that creates a supervolcano instead of a normal one. In fact, volcano is typically only called a supervolcano after it has an eruption big enough for it to be deemed worthy of the moniker. So, the Yellowstone hotspot has been infamous for causing supervolcano eruptions. The last large one was 640,000 years ago, which formed the Yellowstone caldera we all now know and love. It's big, 55 miles by 20 miles on each side and about 6 miles deep. Ash from previous supervolcano eruptions have been found in Mexico, California, Canada, and Louisiana. So the United States Geological Service continuously monitors the volcanic activity in Yellowstone for both scientific and safety reasons. But we really can't predict when a volcano will explode because the exact amount of heat and pressure that triggers an explosion is different for each volcano. But we do understand volcanoes enough to know when to start getting worried. But the Yellowstone caldera raises the surrounding ground up and down continuously, occasionally causing panic when the media gets a hold of it. But there is evidence that this has been occurring on a regular basis, and though there is debate as to what is causing them. So everything is fine. Though, if it does blow, America is pretty much screwed for a bit. I mean, the explosion would cause a huge loss of life, and the ash ejected from the volcano would cause serious issues as well beyond the damage from the explosion. But everything is fine! Don't panic. Make sure you have a towel. So, in 2012, we have a movie that is unabashedly inaccurate for the most of the film, except for one really cool explosion. So, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Join us next time when we talk about Star Trek.